Good morning, good morning, good morning. It really is a good morning after last night where Trinidad and Tobago fight on the road and we get that vital 3 points. So last night we played El Salvador in the Nations League. This was the second game in our fixture for this international window. The game finished after midnight, so that's why I didn't record last night. So, I decided to come the following morning, pick it up from here. But, I sleep good, right? Then I no big set of stress or anything like that. So, first things first, I need to say congratulations to the team. That was a big fight, Dread. Big fight. That is probably one of the best games I've seen Trinidad and Tobago play in a very long while. And that is the best game I've seen Trinidad and Tobago play under Angus Eve. Hands down. Traveling to Central America is never easy. These teams, they're very aggressive and they always on you. They run at you constantly from 0 to 90 minutes. They on you. And, the boys fight it. It at times you're down and out. El Salvador gave us a run for our money. But the main thing is, we got 3 points on the road. Whenever you play away, the main thing is you try not to lose. If you could pick up a point, you pick up a point with a draw or something, that's a bonus. But to get a win, that is a bigger bonus. So, congratulations to the team. The game was very exciting, actually. The final score was 3-2 in favor of us. A very exciting game. El Salvador opened the scoring through a free kick. They scored on a set play. We equalized through Ryan Telfer. Best goal, dog. Best goal. Rion Moore playing on the left wing. He had an excellent game. Excellent game. Rion Moore was one of the best players on the field. Excellent game with the assist. And then Telfer with that turn and that bullet. Very good equalizing goal. They finished off the first half. All square at one. Second half, Angus Eve made a very important change. Very important in the midfield. He brought on Muckett. Muckett was a game changer. Because in the first half, we were struggling, like I say. El Salvador had a lot more possession. And we were losing the midfield battle with Hackshaw and I believe his name was Leehim in the midfield. Leehim didn't really look too impressive. The balls were constantly being played behind him and he was, struggling for pace to catch up with the El Salvadorians. But as soon as Muckett came on, we looked a lot more threatening and settled in midfield. We stopped really losing the midfield battle and we were, advancing up the field in a threatening manner. And Muckett, in almost a few minutes after the second half kicked off, Muckett with a one-touch square ball to Shaw we got a penalty out of that. Shaw scored a penalty. That was his first senior goal for us as well. We went up 2-1. Lapse in concentration in defense off a corner. El Salvador came back about 2 minutes later and they scored. Back and forth game, as I say, it was 2-2 up to then. And around the 77 minutes, from I believe it was a free kick, ball was floated into the box. Garcia with a looping header. I don't know how that scored. I didn't even realize it scores. Like, wait, now that's a friggin' goal. And we went up 3-2. And we held that score until the final whistle. Like I say, it was an excellent game. Excellent game. There were a lot of great players. Good performances. Rion Moore, like I said. Telfa again. I said he looked good in the first game. He looked good again this time. Muckett, definitely. Muckett has to start, in my opinion. Muckett needs to be a starter on the team. But Denzel Smith, the goalkeeper, big man at the match performances. Honestly, that fella put on some real best saves. Big saves, vital saves. He had a couple fumbles in the first half with shots coming straight to him. But to be fair, it was raining a lot in El Salvador. So the ball was definitely slippery. But he made up for those, anytime the ball fumbled, he made sure and he got back up to stop any ensuing shots that was coming on. So, yeah, and he said, second half, dog, the man was flying, top of the line saves, Dread. So, Denzel Smith, hats off to you. You know, we look good. We look good. We definitely look good. Like I say, going to Central America is never easy. It's a hostile crowd. Sometimes they're playing at altitude. Sometimes they're playing in different temperatures. And the teams, anytime you play Central American teams, they're like crazy ants. You know, them little black ants size in your house running all over fast. Yeah. They have real stamina and stuff like that. So it's good that we came out with that 3 points. Those were the positives of the game. Like I said, it's probably the best game I've seen us play in a few years. Angus, you know, the good thing about not doing an immediate reaction to the game is when I got up this morning, I was able to listen to, you know, Angus's post-match commentary. And what you're saying is that the tactics we're trying to play is a counter-attacking style. Now, finally, I've been wondering, like, what are we trying to do? Because, obviously you're not clueless. Anytime we have a game, we have tactics. But sometimes the tactics are a bit dodgy because I'm not sure, because they're not being executed properly. But he did say something that is very true. Possession don't win games. Well, let me rephrase that. Having the ball more does not guarantee you're going to win games, right? Possession could be a misleading stat. Especially if you're trying to play a counter-attacking game, you don't want the ball. Let the other team have the ball. Unless you are Barcelona from like Pep Guardiola days, where you're playing a tiki-taka, you know, you don't always need to be playing possession. The counter-attacking need a little work, I believe. This is the second game running where on the left flank, the left wing, this time it was Rian Moore with the assist. We do look good on the left going up. On the right, I think we could, work on that a bit. Ryan Telfer is there, but I don't think he get any support to look menacing on the right-hand side. Once Muckett came on, like I say, we started carrying the ball upfield more, which is good because if you want to be playing counter-attacking football, at the same time you don't want to be chasing the ball in the midfield and losing the midfield battle. You need to have that midfielder who has the ability to press out of defense all the way up to attack him in that smooth transition. Now, I am a Barcelona fan. Whether that is a good or bad thing for Ole, that is not the point. But a player that comes to mind to me is one of Barcelona's best players right now, is Frankie de Jong. If you actually watch how Frankie does play, the man is very controlled. He plays well in tight spaces and under pressure. Anytime defenders come to him, he has the ability to beat that defender and go into space and transition quickly from defense into attack. Now, I'm not saying that we should play like that, like Frankie. I don't even know if we have players like Frankie. But that is the kind of style we should be aiming for in the midfield. I think Muckett has the ability to do something similar. Hackshaw, he's a little slow. So, I wouldn't put that on him. I believe he's more of a defensive midfielder. The second midfielder, we probably need to work on that, especially if we're trying to find a starting 11. I still think Muckett should be starting because he looked a lot more controlled in the center of the park and going forward. Defense, the 2 goals we conceded were from set pieces. A free kick and a corner. These are things that you just need to be focused and work on when you're defending, in the art of defending. You can't switch off because any little thing and it's like that. But I don't want to be negative. I don't really have much to be negative about because we won. We got 3 points on the road, and we're actually on top of the League A, not League A, Group A. So I mean that is really good. I would like to take a look at some of the stats for the game. So if you look at the formation, we played our classic 4-4-2 formation. On the flanks, Rion Moore played really good. He had an assist. Ryan Telfer played really good. He had a goal. Justin Garcia had a goal. Shaw with the penalty. So, the support, the strikers, maybe they need to be a little more clinical. It would be nice to see Nathaniel James play, but given the circumstances and the importance of the game, he needed more experienced players in the starting 11. I know, sometimes to get that experience, you just had to jump into the fire, right? But, I'm not unhappy with the starting lineup that we had. I still believe we need a second midfielder because Liam, he looked out of his depth a bit. No disrespect to him, but, I was just observing that balls were definitely being played around him and he was struggling to keep up. In terms of the statistics, now look at that. 27 shots to 4. Like I say, we were under pressure. But if you score 3/4, you convert. Let me rephrase that. You convert 3/4 of your shots, which is Trinidad and Tobago. That's real good. We only had 4 shots and we scored 3 goals out of that. Possession, again, close to 70%, was in El Salvador's favor. But possession don't always win games. Classic example here. For me, this is where we need to work on the pass accuracy. A pass accuracy of 64% is not good enough. That is something we need to be working on. That should be no lower than 80% as far as I'm concerned. Especially if you're playing counter-attacking style, where you need those quick passes to connect so you could advance up the field. So we need to work on that pass accuracy. Do they have the saves? No, I'm not seeing any statistics with saves. But like I said, Denzel Smith was top of the line performance. So coming in closing, let's look at the group. So we're on top. We played 2, we win 2, 6 points. Last video I was saying a win for me would be not getting relegated. Well, so far we avoiding that. The positive is that Panama, which is the hardest team in the group, they drew last night with Guatemala, right? So that works in our favor. Guatemala is our next opponent in the next match window, which I believe is October the 13th. Now that is a game we need to win to cement our position in the group and advance to the quarters. The main thing is not to lose. Guatemala is one of the stronger teams in the group, definitely. So we need a result there because we're not going to be playing Panama and we're not going to be playing Martinique. So far, let's see. Martinique also won last night against Curacao. So things working in our favor. 2 more games, we need to get at least 1 win out of that. I believe if you have 3 wins out of the 4 games they play, you have a great chance of progressing to the quarterfinal stage. So, can't complain. I really can't complain. I am genuinely happy because it's been a while since I've been happy about us playing a game and, we look good. We look good and there is room for improvement. That is a good thing. All right, so that was the post-match review. Trinidad and Tobago versus El Salvador. 2 games, 2 wins, 6 points in the bag. Let me keep that momentum going. We have our next match window is in a month's time. And a lot of the local club players, they'll be here. So hopefully we could get a camp going for them to, gel. And whoever needs to slot in, it'll be like second nature. So, you gotta trust the process. In anger, sweet trust. I know I might get some flack for that, but trust the process. Rome wasn't built in a day. So, thank you again for joining me on this. The positives, 3 points. Big up. So, I will see you all for the next match window, which is in a month's time. But let's see if I could squeeze in a little video in between somewhere there. Like I say, life gets in the way, but I really like doing these videos, so I want to continue. So until next time, guys, take care. All the best.